Brought to you by Penguin.
But What Can I Do? Written and read by me, Alastair Campbell. Preface. I'm dedicating this book to the people who write to me. Day after day, in they come. People's views, experiences, anxieties, and above all, their questions. They come by letter, by email, to my website, or in reaction to the Rest is Politics podcast that I do with former Tory Cabinet Minister Rory Stewart, or the newspaper I write for, the New European. They come in their droves too, amid all the bot abuse and troll insults on social media. And if I had to boil down the essence of the questions to just one, it would be this: but what can I do? Hence the title of the book, and hence the dedication to those who write to me in such numbers, for it is they who have inspired me to help them find the answer, so that they just do it in whatever way they can. Because if we do not get new blood flowing into our politics, then I fear for the worst. A country already in decline could spiral further and further down. Where I'm optimistic is that amid the anger I see in all these comments and conversations, I also witness so much passion and potential that unleashed really could change things fast. Unfortunately, that potential all too often threatens to be overwhelmed by a deep sense of frustration and powerlessness. People feel powerless not just to fight for the changes they think we need, but powerless even to confront the barriers preventing them from trying. That feeling of powerlessness in turn swiftly becomes one of hopelessness, which all too often not only makes people give up the fight, but threatens their mental health too. As human beings, we are nothing without hope. Hope that we can make a difference and so have a sense of purpose in our lives. Hope that we can improve life for ourselves and for others we care about. The questions I receive come from people of all ages, but many are from teenagers and students. It strikes me that if a young person is getting in touch with a man in his mid-60s like me, not a politician but in the political arena, not a journalist but in the media world, with strong views I'm always prepared to defend, with lots of experience of campaigns and trying to make change happen, and lots of experience of managing poor mental health and still going, it's because they haven't yet reached the hopeless stage, but they might be heading there. I try my best to come up with answers, but I confess there are times when I share their sense of hopelessness. After all, I'm living in a world facing the existential threat of the climate crisis, and in a Britain defined by austerity, then the lies and failings of Brexit, then the mayhem of Boris Johnson's morally corrupted and corrupting leadership, then the economic chaos and incompetence unleashed by Liz Truss on a scale never before seen so early in a premiership. And now, with Rishi Sunak, the UK's fifth Tory Prime Minister in 6 not very good years. He's the second in a row who has lacked the mandate of a general election, and yet he has ushered in a second wave of tax rises and public spending austerity that nobody voted for. As for Labour, the party I've supported all my life, it's true that they are much stronger under Keir Starmer's leadership than they were under Jeremy Corbyn's, but Labour's sustained lead is as much due to a loathing of the Tories as it is to floating voters flocking enthusiastically to a compelling alternative. More generally, I sometimes worry that the tide seems to be running against constitutional and democratic government, not just in the UK but across vast swathes of the globe. Despite its transparent failings, populism has taken a grip in countries both large, such as India, Brazil, the Philippines, and small, like Hungary, while across the Atlantic there are plenty of voters who believe that Donald Trump should get a second go at confirming his position as the worst and most divisive president in US history. Almost everywhere, evidence-based politics is under threat from a politics based on gut reaction and deep-seated prejudice, distorted values, and culture wars. As democratic values come under attack from within, it's no wonder how often and how easily and effectively dictate.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?